Hey guys, welcome to Crafting with Lola and Oscar. Welcome to the channel. So, you know what? I know that everybody has a box full of nothing but scrap papers, scrap materials, ribbons, you name it. I've got several of them. We all do. So I said, this week, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to take the time and I'm going to do something with all those scraps. So, you know what? Today, this is going to be about making something out of all those scraps. So, you guys, welcome again to Crafting with Lola and Oscar. And today, what we're going to do is we are going to make something beautiful. Something beautiful out of all those scraps. Let's make some beautiful scraps. You ready? All right, let me show you what we got today, okay? So, what we're going to do today is that I'm going to show you some of the supplies that I used, or that I'm going to be using, um, out of to make some note cards in a box. A little box, just little note cards in a box out of the different scraps of paper that I had, because I was like, some of the stuff I just was going to throw away. And you know what? It's like you want to throw it away, but then you go to throw it away. You're like, no, I can use that for something else. No, that's too big to throw away. That's a beautiful piece of paper. We all do it, y'all. We all do it. So what I did was I went into my stash and I said, okay, you know what? I had this really pretty border die, and it's from the Crafters Companion Spring is in the Air collection, part of that Nature's Garden collection. This little die, I don't think I've ever used. Well, you know what? I'm pretty sure I never used it because I opened it up. And I cut it. I just kind of opened it up to cut it to see what it looked like. And so I decided, I said, well, you know what? I'm going to take some of those little scraps and I'm going to see if I can make something using this little die. So this is the die we're going to use. Then you're going to need just like a little square die. So this is where you want to put your sentiment in. Let me show you. It's kind of like about a 4 by, I don't know, a 3 inch or whatever. 3 inch, maybe 3 inch die. Looks about a 3-4 inch die. Okay. And then now remember, you're using all your scrap paper. So we know that's whatever paper you want to use to get rid of. You'll need some double-sided tape or glue, whichever glue you want to use. Okay. I would use, if you're going to use glue, I would use the Carlisle glue because it's movable, and you can adjust your paper and all that stuff. Or you can use your double-sided tape, if that's what you want to use as well. Let's see. Also, you want to have something to for the box, the little note box. If you want to round off your edges, this is one of those little things that cuts around the edges off of a piece of paper. Okay, so you have that. You do want to use some little crafting magnets, which I'll show you. Now, this is not, you don't have to, but if you like to, because you want to close up your little box, if you can always use Velcro, but I think that you have to have a pretty sturdy box for that. So if you have some of these little crafting magnets, you can get you a couple of those. You'll need a dauber and an ink, okay? Ink, and I'm going to be using Bordeaux, that Spectrum Harmony water reactive dye, and I'm going to be using that one today. And then also I said, well, you know what, I was trying to figure out, I said, well, how can I still make it not look so plain Jane? And I found one of these stencils, and I'm going to be using this particular stencil. All right, so I think that's it for the cards. Let's see, was there anything else I wanted? Oh, you know what? And also, for the cards, the box. We're gonna make a little note box, and what I'm gonna do now. This isn't my design of the box. The cards are me. The box I saw somebody else make. It was this cute little note box. So I'll put the link, or I'll put the measurements or whatever in the narrative to show you how to make the little box. So you'll need some your pattern paper, whatever you want. And again, this is not going to be matching the cards. You'll notice that once I get it all together. But you can, if you want wanted to, that's fine. But or just again, this is all about using scraps. Remember, we do making something beautiful out of scraps is what we doing today, honey. All right, so you have your little magnets, your scraps. Again, you have a ribbon. If you want to put a little ribbon around there, you can. So that's for the box. And again, I'll go into how to do the box later on. I may make this two parts. If not, I'll just do it all together and I'll read out the measurements. I'm not too sure, but that'll be like the little note box, okay, for your note cards. Now the note cards are they're about the ones I did. I didn't make them because I just had a whole bunch of blank ones. So let me show you what I did, and then I'm gonna actually make one. So here are the note cards which came out. These are all from scraps of paper that I had in my bin. Which let me see if I can just show you one of them. And you know what we do with these scraps, y'all? We try to organize them. We try and justify them. I can't even look. I can't even begin to. They won't even fit in my camera. We try and justify them and everything. We can throw the stuff away, use it, make what you can out of it, and if not, let it go. All right. So these are some of the cards that I kind of did. And again, they're about a 4 by. I think they're a 5.5 by 4.25 or something like that. And then these are the ones I'm going to finish up today. So I've already kind of did some. So these I'm going to put the stencils on. I should put out my die. And then here the other one. So it's like 6 little cards. Again, this is all scrap paper from out of my little thing. I just cut. So this will be like the little inside, and then you put your sentiment there. I'm not going to do all that. Just kind of want to give you some idea. Just it doesn't really have to be all matched up perfectly. You can see here's the little red one, and then we have the little brown one. And this is nice because if you want to have some feminine ones or make them a little, so they don't look too girly and they don't look too masculine. But I wanted to kind of have some brown ones in there and black ones in there too. All right. So let me show you how I made these. And let's see. I'm going to put one together first, and then we'll come back and fix these, and then we'll come back and do the box. All right, so here's your little note card, okay? And we're going to use this little piece of paper for the inside, okay? Then I had a piece of, and this is about 2 inches, and this is a little over 2 inches. I just wanted to, and this is glitter, and I just wanted a little piece showing. I had some black mirror card in my scraps. Okay, here's the die. The die cuts out it's a really pretty little die. And you know what else I forgot to tell you? Man. And you might want some of these little doodads like this. See these little doodads like that? And then what I'm going to do is put some here, 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 and right there. Okay? Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Alrighty, I think that's good. I don't want to mess up. Okay, so the first things first, let me go ahead and put down my, I'm going to put down a piece of double-sided tape on my little die. And again, this is that die that came with the Spring is in the Air collection, in case you're wondering. Spring is in the Air collection. And I'm just going to use some double-sided tape because you're not going to see this, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. It snowed a little bit here again this week. I'm glad it didn't snow a lot because I'm just like over the cold. This is my like second time going out, not second time for the day, but for the evening, trying to get Oscar to go to the bathroom. It's so cold, he won't go. He keeps running back towards the house. I'm just like, you know what? I just took him out back and in the backyard. I was like, man, if you don't go, you just gonna hold it to the morning. Cause it's just constantly, changing your clothes, putting on the boots, the hats, the gloves, and then he won't go because he's too cold because he hates cold weather. Do y'all have dogs like that? Anyway, let me get back on point. All right, so I'm going to take this off of here. And thank you, everybody that's been watching, those who have been subscribing, liking. Thank you for commenting. You guys are commenting and sharing your thoughts and giving me tips as well, and I appreciate that. All right, so we're going to take this and put this on my mirror. Now you can see it looks a little bad, but it's a scrap. But by the time you finish doing it all, Child, you ain't gonna be able to tell. It's a scrap. It's scraps, y'all. Alright. Let's see. Now I could. Oops. Uh-oh, I think that's on there now. Ooh! Is it on there? It looks like it's crooked. I could be a little bit more. All right, so we have that there. And then I'm going to use some of this, some of my glue. This is always kind of tricky. I'm going to put a little, one of those little, what do you call those things? I don't even know what you call those things, y'all. These little diamond things, the little studs. I'm going to put a little stud right there, one right there, just a little dot of glue, and then one right here. And I'm going to go ahead and use the clear ones because the card is kind of man-like. So I'm going to use the clear ones. And I always, these things just, me and these things. I don't even know what to say about these things. Do y'all have problems with these things? It's like, see, look how many times I done dropped it already. Okay, I'll put one here. Okay. Now this won't get a chance to dry before I finish the card. But I just want to show you how I made them. How I made these little note cards out of all my scraps. All right, one there. And then one right here. I got a little bit too much glue on there, but got a little crazy. All right. So we have that there. These things are like glitter. They just take you down a road you don't want to go. All right. So that goes there. And then you have your glitter card. Okay. And what I've done, and look, see, fighting me, fighting me, fighting me. Always somebody wanting to fight you. All right. Now I've already put some double-sided tape. Hopefully these won't slide out. I put some double-sided tape over here. Hopefully I can take these off without the little things falling off. Now normally, you know, you would let these dry. You wouldn't, you know. All right. This is a little challenging here. All right, now you're gonna want to put this on first, and then you'll stencil. And I'm gonna show you what I mean. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on to the glitter. Ooh, you know what? I think I need to cut some more because I just wanted a little piece of glitter showing, and I thought I had this. Let me. You know what? Let's do this. Let's make sure that this is right. Yeah, can that be cut a little bit? Yeah, I think I need to cut a little bit of that off, but I'll do it. I'll just cut it later. See, it's a little bit too much right down there. A little bit too much there. But that's okay. All right. I'm just going to get this on here. See if I can get it as even as I can. I think that's pretty good. All right, so we have that there. Okay. Double-sided tape. Okay. And then the last thing is that we're going to do is take this and put this on here like that. And I think a little bit of it is hanging off the edge. And I'll just trim it later. I'll just trim it. But I think I'm going to put double-sided tape because I don't want to deal with the glue right now. So I'm going to put some double-sided tape on here and stick it down. And then the next step would be using a stencil. Now, you don't have to. This is just how I kind of did it. You can make them plainer if you wanted, you know, but I thought, oh, let me see if I can juice them up. And, you know, because again, it's making something beautiful out of, you know, your old scrap pieces of paper. That, you know, that's kind of like the goal anyway. All right, we have that there. Sorry, I'm having lighting issues. And then when I get ready to do the my my stencil, I'm going to bring my mat, my glass mat on here so it doesn't be too. Now, if you look at this, this has funny little ends. As you can see, let me zoom out a little bit. As you can see, it has a little twirly part on top, and then underneath the bottom, it's kind of like funny. So I kind of made that like the bottom of the card for all of them, and made this one like the top. And I'll probably put another piece of glue on there, but I'm not gonna do it right now. All right. So let's get this on here. Guess I should have made sure they open up right. Okay, so there we have the initial part of our little card, a little note card. And I have it zoomed up because I want you to be able to see the stencil. So the next part, the next process is we want, either you can put paper on this little thing right here, this little side right here, or you could even, if you got like a die, you could cut into it. You could do all kinds of really neat things. I just thought, oh, you know what, I want to do something with the stencils too. So that's why I chose the stencil. And the stencil, what I did with all of them, I decided to use the stencil, the same stencil for all of them, because, you know, that kind of gives them a consistent look, even though they have different colors. So let me get my glass mat so I don't make too much of a mess, which I will. I know I will. My glass mat, which is here. And I'm going to use Bordeaux. Bordeaux is a color. It's kind of almost like maroon, maybe you could call it maroon. I don't know if you want to say maroon. But I have my ink pad here and my dauber. And if you want to know, Lord, what is as big as that thing is? Okay. If you want to know the stencil, this was a series of stencils the Crafters Companion sold a couple of months ago. And this one is called Cut. What is it called? It's called Cute Florals. Yeah, it's called Cute Florals. And it really is quite lovely. You see the design? It is quite lovely. Yeah. All right. So it is pretty. It's like an 8x8 or it's a 7x7. But we not. Oh my God, where's it at? Oh, it's right here. I took it out. All right. So here's the stencil, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure that I don't want to get like see this part right here. I don't want to get that there. I want to start stenciling in here. So I want to lay that, you know, so it's not on the card. See, I think if you can see what I'm saying. So let me get this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then I was trying to look at I want to be able to get some of this and the flower. So I'm going to lay this up like this. I don't want it. I don't want that part there. Okay, I think that's good. Now you could take this down if you want to, or you can hold it down, whatever you want, whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. And again, this is Bordeaux. I'm using the Bordeaux in case you need to screenshot that. All right, now the table may shake. Get ready. All right, now I'm going to hold it best as I can, as firm as I can. And I'm just going to press in. And I want it nice and dark, so I'm going to keep that pressed down. Hope I didn't lose my alignment. Ooh. I should have taped it down. All right, I think that's good. It's not. I would like to have it a little bit darker in some areas. I don't want to mess it up. All right, so there we are. There we go. Ta-da! There we have it. Okay. Now you do have a little bit of the brown. I noticed on my other cards had some of the color kind of came off on here, but that's no big deal because you could always go and take. I'm not gonna do that with the other. I might do it with the other ones. I don't know, and then just cover it up because make it look like the boo boo. Make it look like you meant to do it. All right. One of the things you always want to have when you stencil is, or any kind of inky substance, you want to make sure you have some wipes so that you don't end up messing up your project. What I normally do is I get these wipes and then I put them in a bowl to keep them, because half the time I can't get the thing back. You know, these good old Walmart wipes. I never could get the thing closed back. So, even if I forget to close it, if I keep it in this little tub like this, they always stay nice and they stay nice and moist. And then I just keep them nearby. So you definitely want to always have some wipes, and you want to clean up because you don't want your card to get too messed up on the back. Clean up your die if you can remember. If not, I mean your stencil. If not, the main thing is move. Clean up your workspace where you were working so that your card or your project doesn't get all messed up. And then I had a towel somewhere over the rainbow. Right here. We'll dry that off. Okay, so now we have our little card, which is absolutely adorable. And then the last couple of things I want to do for this little card is we'll go ahead and we'll put in the looking at to see how we kind of have a mixture of all these colors. You could do it like that, but I don't like that because there's a pattern on it. So I'm gonna put the glue on this part here. I'm gonna put the glue on this part, and yeah. So let's put that down, and then I'm gonna cut that little edge that was. And you could always go in and also edge up your paper too if you want to do that. You could do that to give it even more of a dramatic look. That's if you choose to do that. I'm just kind of giving you a general idea right now what we're doing, making something beautiful with our scraps that we have. And then when you finally realize that you can't do nothing beautiful, honey, give it up. And then right here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this will be the little plate, the little part where you put your note at. And you can also at the same time go in and edge this with the Bordeaux if you want to, you know. And I'm going to show you some. I have a lot of. I don't know if they came with the. I don't know where I got. I think all these that I'm about to show you the word. These little sentiments. I think they came with my subscription boxes. Those Crafters Companion subscription boxes. And I'm just going to do this for right now. And I just never use them. I don't know why. For some reason, I never use these things. I'm not going to put this down permanently because eventually I'm going to put some kind of little sentiment stamp on the inside. I just kind of wanted to give you a general idea of how you can do this, something like that. And then remember how I was saying how we had a little bit hanging over, a little bit of it's hanging over right there. I will go in and cut that off later, but we'll do that later. So here, that's just as crooked as the Wall Street is. And you could even also maybe have done that in black and edge this up in black. And then there's your cute little note card. So we have this one, we have the green ones, the little purple ones, like I said before. Let's see. So we had two green ones, a purple one. We have, I think I had two black ones. Here's the other black one. Now the other black one, you could do it because I have it in polka dots. We might want to do that like in a gray. So when I stencil in gray. This one will be in Chinese red. Probably I would do Chinese red. on this one. And then again, this is a little brown one, which is cute. I would do that in, I don't know, probably brown, like friar brown. All right, so these are all your little note cards. So that's the first part of making something beautiful with your scraps. How cute is that? Let's talk about the sentiments for your little note card. So remember I was telling you how we get it. I don't know about you. I've got like tons of these things, and then tons of them. And so I've gone through them, and and they're really almost perfect. Where you can put, I had picked out a few of them. I don't know what I did with them, but they're small enough that you can even put them on. You can put a little cinnamon on the side of the card. I'm just hypothetically, doing that like that. You can use these. You don't even have to die cut anything. If you got tons of these, there you go, honey. Get to moving. This also is a very good project. I think this will be a very, very good project for if you got kids around. And if you cut up a whole bunch of scraps and give them some glue, honey, you got it made. They can make a whole bunch of gift cards, a little note cards for you and your loved ones, and you don't even have to worry about it.